Well, hello there again. You know, I've been thinking, did something. Well, I began to wax melancholy, as they would have said years ago, about some things. I was listening to a bunch of chatter about the Second Amendment. You know, that one where it says that people have the right to bear arms and it shall not be infringed upon by the government. Well, I got to thinking about that, and for some reason it took me back to when I was young. Now, in February of 1965, I was 19 years old, and I was in the U.S. Navy, and we were steaming around by the Philippines, in the Bashi Channel over there in Asia, and we got news, got orders, and our ship and the fleet went into sailed to the Gulf of Tonkin. There had been some firing upon some kind of ships out there, some Navy ships, by some kind of little piddle ships from North Vietnam. And that was the beginning of the big build-up and what they call war in Vietnam. Now, by the time my enlistment was up in 1967, I had read and studied and thought about it and realized we had no moral right to be in Vietnam. It was wrong. And over the years, that has bothered me. I got out. I would have re-enlisted, but when my enlistment was up, I got out. Well, now, got me to thinking, back in, not right at the beginning, but after that war got going, the soldiers were called baby killers, murderers, all kinds of things when they come home. People would spit on them. Oh, they were treated bad. There was some bad thoughts caused by all that over there. But you know, now I listen to these fanatics and their talk about gun control, and I listened to those fanatics in those days on the TV and everything. That was a televised war. Well, the soldiers weren't the problem. The guns aren't the problem. No, it is the morality of the people in charge of the weapon. Now, if you think about it, a gun, a handgun, I got a handgun here, boom. It's a tool. I've got a hammer here. It's a tool. I got a knife here. It's a tool. Now, the government has a soldier here. He can march along, do all kinds of pretty things in his fancy uniform. He's a tool. That's all he is. A policeman. Now, people say, defund the police. We get rid of the police. We don't need any police. We need to do all these things by ourselves. Well, that's up to the different community. I really don't care. I believe in self-defense. I don't believe in aggression. Now, a policeman is a tool used by a governing body. A bodyguard is actually a tool used by an individual for some reason that can afford to have a bodyguard. Now, murder is not just killing. Murder is the shedding of innocent blood. Anybody that kills a child, and I mean a child, not a 14-year-old that's out there running around as a gang member, or not a 16-year-old gang member, not a 18-year-old with military training that's been kicked out of the military and gone into some kind of criminal activity. Not a criminal. Talking about most just ordinary people. They're not murder, shedding of innocent blood, drive-by shooting. One gang member's against shooting at another gang member's place. Well, if an innocent mother or grandmother or something gets shot, that's shedding of innocent blood. If the gang member shoots another gang member, that's not innocent blood. That's that's a war. That's a war every bit as much as Vietnam was a war, every much as Korea was a war, because there was no declaration of war involved with any of them. Kuwait, Iraq, Afghanistan, they're all wars, but there was no declaration of war because some criminal was killing innocent people, shedding innocent blood, and all of those things. It wasn't the gun, it wasn't the soldier, it wasn't the policeman. It was whoever pulled the trigger. That's the criminal. That's the one that's guilty of shedding innocent blood, guilty of murder. Think about it. Now, when we get over there on the other side, I know most people, they say, oh, there's no God, there's no this, there's no that. And I really don't care what you believe. There's right and there's wrong. There's natural right. There's natural rights. Man has unalienable rights from the Creator. But if you do not believe in the Creator, He has natural rights just because of the nature of the earth. All life comes from the earth. All life goes back to the earth when it's over. Think about it. Now, you see, I was just thinking, and I got to waxing melancholy over this. It makes me sad to remember and to think and to consider all of these things. I've never personally killed anyone. Oh, I've shot deer. I've killed birds. I chopped the heads off of chickens. Now there's another weapon, an axe. I've cut the heads off of chickens with an axe when I was a kid living on the farm. My mother had had me do that. I didn't like it. But anyway, I digress here. So, just think about this. Read, study, consider. Look at what the government is doing. I don't care if it's the city government, the county government. The city's got police. The county has police, sheriffs, or whatever you want to call them. The state has police, whatever you want to call it. The United States has federal police, there. The Federal Bureau of Idiots, I've heard it called, and whatever. Do a lot of things that haven't been authorized by the Constitution. The IRS has police now. They got all kinds of guns. I don't know, so many thousands of dollars, millions of dollars worth of guns. I don't know. I don't know why a tax collector, why he has to have a gun, but anyway, that's okay. Think of the criminal actions. Consider just exactly, is there a thing about accomplice here? Can the public be an accomplice in these acts of murder, in undeclared wars, in different types of things? Consider that. I'll be back again. May God bless y'all and have a good day.